Good morning. I'm on the Upper Newtoanards Road that heads up to Dundonald. I'm just outside Dundonald, and this is the massive Ulster Hospital. And over there is the maternity unit, and 2 weeks ago my grandchild was born in there, and all our three children were born in there as well. And I'm sure many of us in Belfast and further beyond can trace the births of our children back to the Ulster Hospital. And there's an emergency accident and emergency, very, very active, I have to say, active emergency unit in here, accident and emergency unit. And I'm sure many of us can trace our well-being and give a hearty vote of thanks to the staff working away in the accident and emergency unit over in Royal Victoria Hospital. Indeed, the Ulster Hospital treated the 1978 Le Mans fire, IRA, provisional IRA bomb atrocity, firebomb atrocity, and they had to develop their skills in saving lives from fire victims very, very quickly. So this is the Ulster Hospital on the Upper Newtoanards Road. It's a teaching hospital. It acquired teaching status, but in I think it was, I'm trying to look up, oh yes, 2011. But it started off very, very small. It started off actually in 1872, would you believe? And it was based, it was called then, it was the Women and Sick Children's Hospital, and it was based at Chichester Street, 1872, and it moved to Mountpottinger Road. And while there in 1941 it was badly damaged by the Blitz, it had to move to Templemore Avenue. And then in 1962 it was finally moved out to Dundonald here, Upper Newtoanards Road. And it provides acute services for approximately 300,000 people living in East Belfast and on down to North Down, Ards, Castlereagh, East Belfast, as I say. So it provides acute services for all those folks, and we have such a huge debt of gratitude to the staff and nurses and doctors working in the Ulster Hospital, and indeed the managers who come in for a lot of flack on occasions. 2001 it was allocated £100 million for refurbishment, but this quickly, as estimates do, escalated to 350 million by 2016, and work is ongoing here. It never stops. New bits are being added to it all the time, and so, in fact, up round the back it's almost like a building site at times. A new multi-storey was put in some years ago, which provides good car parking, but it's still difficult, as in most Northern Ireland hospitals, to find a car parking space. I just want to remind people of our NHS. You know, the brilliance of it, the convenience of it, the free nature of it. We tend to take it for granted. Oh, we'll just go to the hospital today. You know, got a wee cut. Well, you know, and people need to appreciate our NHS. Our NHS provides these hospitals. They have to be paid for, and the unfortunate thing is that governments prioritise money for hospitals, NHS, and unfortunately they're down the pecking order on many occasions. The money that the government raises by taxation and all the rest of it, you know, billions can be spent on nuclear submarines, and yet our NHS is always crying out for money, and rightly so, and is being deprived of money. You know, I just don't get it. Our governments are supposed to be caring for us and all the rest of it, and they are allocating money to causes that I believe are wrong. But anyway, I am saying this morning in a bit of a, I'm trying to say it in an encouraging way. Don't take our NHS for granted. Don't take setups like the Ulster Hospital, the amazing Ulster Hospital, for granted. Don't blame doctors and nurses and even managers. They can only work with the money our Westminster government sends to Northern Ireland to be divided up amongst all the various government departments. And you know, that's the state of play. And you know, why are there few nurses on our wards, and why are there few hospital beds to be had? Well, it's all down to finances. And this teaching hospital can only train so many nurses because they're limited in funds. And that's why there are shortages of beds, because not enough nurses are being trained. And it's not down to the hospital. They would love to have more nurses and doctors and all the rest of it, but they haven't got the funding to pay for them. So don't blame the hospital. They are working away long hours, difficult conditions in many cases, and struggling on a limited budget. So next time you come across a nurse or a doctor, just say thank you for what you're doing, and give them a wee bit of deserved praise. And I'm going in here, I'm just popping in here, you know, it's almost like going for some fast food. I'm going in here for an x-ray. Now, if I was going privately for an x-ray, you know, we're talking hundreds of pounds here. And I'm just going in off the street to get an x-ray. Well, I was told by my doctor to go and get an x-ray, you know. And I don't take it for granted. And I'm saying thank you to the NHS. God help us if it wasn't here as a safety net for us. And thank God too, I'm not lying in a hospital bed today. And neither are you, possibly. So be grateful